Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome to the live session tonight. This is the live info session for the Beauty Boss Academy. And I'm so excited to be here with you this evening. I am Talene Harris, and I am the founder as well as an instructor here for the Beauty Boss Academy. And so I wanted to definitely make sure that I came on this evening and I had an opportunity to share with you all about this amazing academy for the summer is how we are starting out. And so if you are watching us live, then make sure that you give me a thumbs up that you can actually see me live. I'm not sure if I'm going to even be able to get on Facebook and check Facebook out and make sure that I'm still on, that I'm on here. Does say that I'm live. All right, awesome. Give me a thumbs up that I'm on here. All right, does say perfect. That I'm live. All right, I hear myself. So yay, that means it's definitely working. So great, awesome. I hope that you all get the opportunity to really dive into tonight's session, because tonight's session is going to be very informational for you. If you have been considering something for the summer that is constructive, that is productive for your young lady ages 11 to 18, then you definitely want to take the time to get into this infomercial, okay? I'm going to start off with sharing with you a little bit about what the Beauty Boss Academy is, and just the passion that I have for this, and for those who I call the dream team. The dream team are ready and excited about pouring into your young woman this summer. So the Glam It Up Revolution Beauty Boss Academy, we are a refined and elevated experience. We are designed to both not just develop their skill set, but their confidence in our next generation of beauty bosses. And this program I designed for it to be exclusive, meaning that it's not open to, 50, 60 girls in one summer program. This is it's for the 11, as I said, 11 to 18-year-old, and we're going to be teaching them the art of nail technology, advanced braiding, cosmetology fundamentals, through hands-on professional instruction in a structured environment, in a supportive environment. I think that's one of the things that our young people really miss from us, is an important structured environment, if you will. And a lot of times we send them places and we don't really see, oh my goodness, is this really a good place for my young person? Is this really a great place for my young person? And so I'm excited because I know this is going to be a great place for them. I know this is going to be a good environment for them to learn, to grow, to develop. And for those that have a passion for the beauty industry, I know I started at a very young age, right? For those of you who don't know me, I am Talene Harris. I'm an award-winning recording artist, graphic designer. So I have all of that under my belt. I've been in the entertainment industry for over 40 years. And that's even crazy for me to even be saying that, right? But it is. I remember my very first, just a little bit about me. I remember at the age of 5, my very first opportunity to grace the stage as a model. Went through this program called Wendy Ward, and from that point, I really loved modeling. I loved singing. I loved acting. I love to be able to express myself through the creative arts, right? And so with that in mind, it transitioned into nails and nails. And I had an opportunity to get my license in Maryland. And then I heard God tell me, hey, I want you to go back into the industry. And I had no idea that I would be doing what I'm doing right now, but I believe the plan that God has for our lives is so orchestrated. And it's such a thing where, sometimes we're thinking we're going to be on one path and God has something different for us. I've also, been an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, several different businesses over my lifespan. And just all of these things just allowed me to be multi-talented, multifaceted, where I'm able to do these things and, really do them and excel and do well. I'm a leader, I'm a mentor, I'm a wife, I'm a mother of four, right? So when people talk about their children, it's not like you're talking to somebody who doesn't have any kids. Of course, mine are grown now, but I've gone through the whole process, right, if you will, of having children and raising them and rearing them. Of course, these days and times are so different. So I really believe that programs like this really help us to bring about, the learning of our children at an earlier developmental age. And I think that was one of the things I definitely accredit my mom to, was that she saw that I had a gift and a talent and passion in so many things. And she made sure that I developed each and every one of them to the best of my ability and to the best of her being able to pour into me whatever investment financially that she needed to do so. I've also am a former Miss Black USA first runner up. Shout out to the Miss Black USA scholarship pageant. And I represented Maryland. So I was Miss Black Maryland as well. And I discovered, you all, early on, my passion for empowering others. I discovered, especially for the young adults and for the youth, and it really did fuel my mission and my purpose, to create now this opportunity for young people to learn and to grow and to succeed in a multi-billion-dollar industry called the beauty industry. So if you look at people like Rihanna, if you look at people like J-Lo, they have built brands based upon their popularity for their music, right? And really leveraged themselves into millions of dollars. And of course, we know Rihanna is a billionaire, and that's one of the reasons why that put her over the top. It wasn't necessarily because of her music; it was more so because of her brand that she has built, which is Fenty Beauty, and I believe she also has Savage, which is also a clothing, lingerie brand. So she leveraged herself in the beauty industry. And so those are some of the things that we want to be teaching our young people in this particular program. We're wanting them to be able to explore the beauty industry in a way that they may have never explored it in that way. Okay. So I also have, backgrounds in finance and logistics and administration and ministry. So I bring all of these things to the table and I pack them in this program. And, as I get around people, one of the things I notice is that they draw those different skill sets out of me based off of what they need, right? So I'm blending all of this, my creativity, along with my business strategy. And I really truly believe that that's one of the things that sets this program apart from some of the others that you may have seen out there. At the Beauty Boss Academy, I play a vital role, right, in having shaped this program. And I'm so grateful for my dream team, I call them, because these ladies are just as passionate about pouring into your young people as I am. And that was very, very important to me, because sometimes sometimes we have people around us, and they may not necessarily be as passionate about what you are concerning, and they can't give it the same effort and energy. But I'm grateful. I'm going to introduce the dream team to you a little bit later on in this presentation. But one of the things that I'm going to be teaching is nail technology, of course, right? Because that's what I'm currently doing. I actually am in my suite now as we speak, my salon suite, and I am a working nail professional. Sometimes people teach stuff and they're not in the industry, and they're not. No, I am a working nail professional. Okay. And creative design. I am a working graphic designer. So a lot of the graphics that you see coming from, the Beauty Boss Academy and Glam It Up Revolution is my work. So and just this whole entire program, putting it together, has truly been a labor of love. So I'm going to guide the students with marketing and branding and graphic design, introducing them as far as business etiquette is concerned and entrepreneurial thinking. I think a lot of times we think because our children are young, they can't grasp these concepts. So I believe that if I can break them down into a way where they will truly understand it, they'll be able to apply these things, not just now, but for many, many years to come. All right, mentoring them and building their confidence and finding out what their purpose is and where their talents are, so that you can leverage those things as you grow and as you advance in their journeys in life and in business, right? So I'm really, really excited, because my vision for this is so clear, in helping them turn their talents into multiple streams of income, being able to build their confidence and their independence early on in life. And I know that because my mom did that for me. And I think that's one reason why I'm able to try to help, others to do that. And so through my leadership, they're not just learning just about beauty, but they're learning all of those things and becoming their own future CEOs, creators, and leaders in this industry and business. And we need that. We need that more than ever. And I think that's missing, how they're being taught in growth and development in this industry. Okay, so I'm going to go a little further on here in the presentation, and I want to welcome you. Look, I've already welcomed you, right? I really want to welcome you, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedules to view this presentation and really get a full glean of what this Beauty Boss Academy is all about. But we are a movement, and we are empowering young women through beauty, through business, and through bold leadership. And so I just hope they're ready when they sign up, that they get ready to learn and to take these first steps towards becoming you're the CEO of their future business, right? Our mission here is to empower young women ages 11 to 18 with real world beauty skills. Right? These are things that they can take into college with them if they decide to go to college, or if not, and they decide to go to beauty school and actually get their licenses in these particular areas that they may be interested in. We want to build their confidence, right, and be able to help them to build their own brand and be in charge of their future. So I've already shared a little bit about myself. I guess I got ahead of myself, but as you can see, I have years and years of experience. If you Google me, I'm Googleable, as they say. You can learn a whole lot more about me. You can go to my official website, which is CelineHarris.com, and learn a whole lot about me as in my other arenas of business. What the Beauty Boss Academy has to offer. We offer the nail training, basic to advanced, hair training, braiding and quick weaves. We're also doing other styles, curling hair, ponytails, you name it. Our beauty bosses, our professionals are ready and equipped to train, and you'll get an opportunity to hear a little bit more about them. We're developing their confidence and their leadership. They do get a certificate of completion for completing the program when they complete, and there are going to be mentorships and networking opportunities. So even after this Beauty Boss Academy, I have set up a virtual space, a community for them to be able to come. All of the graduates will be able to come into this virtual space, and it is going to be a separate monthly fee, but their first month they're going to get free on me, right? Because I want them to continue to be mentored and share their experiences in a space where the other people have already gone through the same program as they have, right? It's going to be fun. I love young people. I love to have fun with them, and it's everything is it's hands on. It's a hands on environment. So it's not just me or the dream team that's going to be just talking, and they're not actually going to apply these skills. They're going to actually learn to apply them as we go along. All right, what are some of the program highlights? It's a 4-week intensive. Okay, it's a full month. It's a 4-week intensive. It's hands-on learning. You'll get the certificate of completion. It's real-world business skills. And we don't teach beauty, we build bosses. And I cannot say that enough. That is what we're doing here. Okay. I want you to meet our instructors. I want you to meet our instructors, and I'm so elated. I know each and every one of these ladies personally, and I'm blessed to have them in my life as friends, as fellow, beauty professionals or business professionals. And I'm grateful that the world, or those who are going to be a part of this program, are going to get an opportunity to experience who they really truly are. So first up is Tiffany Michelle. She is our CHP P and a master cosmetologist, and I'm going to go into a little bit more detail after this slide, each person that is coming forth as an instructor and what their part is in this program. Kimberly Williams is also our braider and quick weave specialist, and she's been doing hair for over 30 years. I'm so excited for her to be able to come from behind the chair and instruct. That has been a passion and a desire of hers, and I know she's going to do an amazing job. Latia Smith is a very good friend as well. She is a master cosmetologist. She is a business owner. She has her own hair growth oil, and she's actually licensed in 3 other states. Okay, she's licensed in 3 states, should I say. And then my dear friend Crystal Pittman is our business strategist, and she is our businesspreneur, and she is going to really hone in on finances and really talk to our young people about how to manage business, how to get things going, how to properly structure your business and things of that nature. These are key elements that are needed in really being able to do well and excel in business. Okay, so I'm gonna switch up here because I really want to give more to this portion of our. Hold on, let me see if I can get this. Okay, more structure to talking to you all about our beauty professionals, because I can go on and on and on, but I want to share with you exactly what it is they're going to be teaching your young woman ages 11 to 18. So Tiffany Michelle, as I said, she's a CHLP, CTP, CHHP master cosmetologist, and I believe that she's on her way to getting her doctorate as well, which is so exciting. We're so proud of Tiffany. What will she be instructing in the program? She's going to be doing the health, hair, foundation, the scalp wellness, and the protective styling habits, silk presses, premium extensions, and beauty with hair integrity in mind, and how to evaluate hair needs and choose healthy services options, and mentorship that builds confidence, care, and professionalism. Tiffany has so many skills in this beauty industry, and I'm so excited for her passion to teaching young people as well. It's really going to be an amazing session when the young people get a chance to get what in her sessions. Kimberly Williams is our braiding and quick weave specialist. She's going to teach you about the braiding foundations, clean parting, prep, and neat finishing. Those are really key when you are a braider. She really is great with quick weave techniques, beginner friendly install. She's going to show them how to do this with confidence, and the styling basics that help students to create polished looks, and beauty disciplines, presentations, and hands-on creativity. You want to get your creativity out of your brain and onto the client's canvas of their hair, right? All right, Latia Smith is a master cosmetologist, and she is the one that I said is licensed in 3 states. She's licensed in Pennsylvania, she's licensed here in Georgia, which is where she's based out of right now currently, and she's licensed in Florida, where she lived at for several years and did hair and built business up there. So she has a wealth of experience, and we're so excited to have her as a part of the dream team. She's going to be doing the intro to cosmetology and the beauty industry fundamentals, basic hairstyling concepts and salon ready presentations, hair sanitation, beauty professionalism and service etiquette, creative confidence for students exploring multiple paths in the beauty industry. And this is really going to be an amazing time for this course. And Latia brings so many great, she's such a beautiful spirit and bubbling personality. The children are going to really love her. Next up is Crystal Pittman. She is our business strategist. I'm going to get it out. Let me tell you what Miss Pittman is going to be sharing with you. And you know, it's so great because when you have people from all walks of life that can really come together and present a solid vision that has great foundation, and that's going to help our young people as well. So she's teaching business etiquette, brand mindset, and entrepreneur confidence, hair and beauty finance basics for future bosspreneurs. She's going to teach on entrepreneurship, legacy building, and empire thinking. You know, a lot of things start from the way that we think. And some of us don't always have the best thinking. So sometimes we have to restructure our mindsets, right? How to lead with purpose and discipline and professionalism. One of the things that I believe truly has been lacking since I've come back into the industry, I've noticed that the level of professionalism is not really here in the beauty industry the way that it used to be. So we definitely are so excited for our beauty professionals and business professionals to pour into our young ladies ages 11 to 18, and it's, you know, it's gonna be an amazing time, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the results of them being a part of this program. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to talk about who this is for, because I think that's important. We see programs sometimes and we don't, you know, we say, oh, this is great, this person would, I want you to know exactly who this is for. So this is for a young person that's very passionate about beauty. What do I mean? You see them in the mirror all the time. They're doing their hair, they're doing their nails, they're trying out all of these different types of products and things that they see on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You know, they're dragging you to the beauty store, wanting you to purchase this product, that product, and the other product. They're trying to do stuff on their friends. They're trying to do stuff on their family as far as, you know, hone their skills. And you have to really be passionate about anything that you do. And so the person that already has the passion as a young person, and it can happen. You can happen. You can have a young person that really, really loves those things, who's creative and eager to learn. This program is definitely for the creative. It's definitely for the person that wants to learn and absorb. And kids are like sponges. They absorb everything at younger ages, which is why I think this is another great reason why getting them early is important. You're ready to build confidence. I think, when kids get involved in different programs, some of them can really be great confidence builders. So sometimes we put our kids in organized sports. I was in pageants and different things, as I was growing up. And so you might be a part of the band. You might be a part of the drill team. You might be a cheerleader, majorette, or whatever they have nowadays. And it's really, really important because it teaches you a lot. It helps to build your confidence. So that's what this program does as well. Dreaming of starting a business and growing a brand. I don't care how young you are, we all have dreams and goals a lot of times. And being able to start as early as possible on your dreams and your goals, I believe, are so important. So that, if your child is that type of, young person, then definitely this is for them. Want to have fun in a hands-on learning environment. We're not just gonna talk at you and show you how we do it. We want to see how you do it once we teach you. So this is going to be a fun and hands-on learning environment. And then the mentorship and the networking opportunities. I believe that that's so vital and crucial. The mentorship and the networking opportunities that will take place from being a part of this program. Hello there, whoever just joined me. Thank you so much for being a part of today. So now in this part of the presentation, I do want to, let me see, hold on a second. I want to talk a little bit about the industry. Before I go into, how much does this cost, Celine, and all of these different things. I'm going to get to that. But I need to talk to you about this industry. I need to talk to you about the potential of this industry when it comes to financial, when it comes to rewards that you can experience in different levels of the business and how you're growing and developing. So this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. This is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity, and to start off young they're definitely would be in the right place and space for that. Beauty combines skills, service, and entrepreneurship. You can go in so many different ways and facets with the beauty industry. And it doesn't require a whole lot, like going 4 years of college, in which, for those, if that's your track, that's great, that's amazing, but that's not everybody's track. And some people who are very skilled with their hands early on in life, and they get an opportunity to learn those skill sets early, they have the potential of making more income earlier on in their career. This industry is in high demand in every market. I don't care where you go. Somebody's getting their nails done, they're getting their hair done. They're always coming out with new techniques. Now the thing are these braids that people using crochet needles and all kind of stuff. And so it's like, the K-tips and all of these things. There is always going to be a demand for someone in needing our services. Okay, so you're going to be able to keep booking clients, the hair, the skin care, and products year round. It is a high demand industry, and it's a real path for young entrepreneurs. So their skills can lead to income, it can lead to confidence, it can lead to long-term independence, and ultimately that's what we want for our children. We want them to have or be in an industry that's going to pay them and pay them well, or that they have the they have the autonomy to say, I want to make this much money in this industry, I want to become a millionaire. Is that possible in the beauty industry? Absolutely, it is. Remember, Madam C.J. Walker was the first African American female millionaire. And she did it because she was a hairstylist. Let that sit with you for a minute. So here are some of the hair industry earnings. So in the beginning, you might, a menial, kind of 30 to 40K, which still isn't bad. Early career as a stylist, and then it moves on to 60 to 100K, right? Specializing in different services. And this is actually not my slide, you guys. This is not the one that I had, but I'm going to keep going. You can get top tier and be, very, very experienced in this. So let me see if I can find you all the correct slide, because that's not the one. That's not the correct one. So I'm really excited because, and for those of you that did join me tonight, thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm gonna be flooding your timelines with the Beauty Boss Academy. Y'all gonna get tired of me, because I want these young people in this academy so that they can really start beginning to hone their skills and get to a place where, let me see you all. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that I have the correct slides. Because I know I had corrected them, because those had a little bit of issues. But for those of you that are on tonight, and you have young people, how old are your young people? Because that is that's really important, that you make sure that this is the right age group for them. So it's 11 through 18. It is 11 through 18. And let me see if I can see my chat at all, or if I can see you all on social tonight. If you're on with me live, say hello. Hello, welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat as well, and I would love to answer them. Or if you would like to email me, you can at Glam It Up Revolution at gmail.com, and I would be happy to answer any questions. If you want to visit our website, it's glamituprevolution.com, and registration there as well. We are taking registrations. We are taking registrations, so do want to put that out there, that you all can register. All right, so now I'm trying to get back to my window so I can share with you all the rest of the things that I need to share before I close out tonight. Let's see, I'm trying to upload this file so that you all can have the right one. Okay, I believe this is the right one. I hope it is, you all. Cross my fingers. That's one thing about this kind of stuff. Sometimes it really takes a lot, putting all of these things together so that you all can have the right information is really important. But one of the things that I'm extremely passionate about is seeing the results of our young people, and them actually moving forward, and the wins that they'll have, as they get the opportunity to be hands-on, as working closely alongside with beauty professionals, and getting the opportunity to see some real beauty professionals at work. And I think that's so crucial and important. You're not just just being taught something and not actually being able to utilize it. So, as I said before, it is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. It's in high demand in every market, and it is a real path for our young entrepreneurs. As a beginner, you can make anywhere from 30K to 40K in a year. in your earlier years, and 60K to 100K a year in specialized services and repeat clientele as an experienced hair industry earnings. Okay, and the top tier is 6 figures or more a year, and those are our brand builders, our educators, and our high demand stylists. Okay, so you can do braiding, you can do installs, colors, especially stylists, really can raise their profits and their earnings. As a nail tech, you can earn anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a month foundational clientele. Okay, as a skilled nail tech, you can do 4K to a month if you're consistently booking and you're providing upgrades. So, like, what are upgrades, Celine? Like, your more spa like services that you can offer to your clients, and that will help you to be able to bring about the opportunity to be a more higher earner in the industry. And more advanced, 6K to 10,000 a month, where you're doing premium art, you have a loyal clientele and a following, and you're really good. And I'll even add to that, one of the things that I love now that I see versus when I first came into the industry in 1996 was that I see the opportunities for nail techs to be able to have their own brands, their own lines, their own digital products, their own classes, their own courses. They're touring, from state to state, and they're doing great things with the industry and with their craft. And it's such an awesome thing to see. So luxury nail art, gel systems, and upsells can push your monthly income even higher. Aesthetics. I don't talk and cover a whole lot about estheticians in this program, but esthetician is another part of the beauty industry that deals with the skincare, people giving facials, and they leverage themselves into med spas, and they're giving Botox injections and those sort of things. That's a very lucrative part of our industry as well. So from 35 to 45K, it is an entry level skincare or in entry level skincare or spa roles for an esthetician. You get more experienced, you can make 50 to 70K, where you're waxing, you're doing facials, and you have loyal retention with your clients. And then more advanced estheticians can range between 80 to 100K plus. Those are the med spas. That's what I was sharing about the med spas, the specialty services or ownership. And I'll say this, a lot of people that are in the, well, I won't say a lot, but some people that are in the nursing industry and have a background in nursing, they find themselves in our more advanced side of esthetician and beauty and taking care of the skin. I know my cousins, they're twins, they have a med spa here in Atlanta, and one of them was a nurse, and the other one was more dealing with the marketing side of things. And so they started out with lashes, and then they transformed it into a med spa. So having that background as a nurse is awesome, because you can kind of merge that in the beauty industry. So if you have a passion for that, definitely this is one aspect that you can explore. So skincare professionals can stack income through packages, memberships, and retail, and that's on all sides. Retail and being able to sell our customers some of the products that we recommend is another way. You have great things like the internet now, where you can, do affiliate marketing, and you can, are able to leverage that, TikTok and Amazon and all of these different places to make additional income. All right, what clients pay. So what do they pay? So when I came back into the industry, and I'll say, as a nail tech, when I was doing full sets back in the day, it was, I believe, $35 or $40 for a full set. And my fill-ins, no, I'm sorry, $50 for a full set and $35 for a fill-in. Then the market got saturated, and people, they came in and they were charging like $15 for sets and all kinds of just crazy numbers. And it was very challenging in that season to really make the money as a nail tech the way that you can now. So now $50 to $200 plus per client. For nails, hairs, 150 to 500 plus per client, facials, 75 to 200 per client. And the money grows when your skill sets, your speed, your upsells, and your client experience improves. If you can provide an excellent client experience for your client, they will love you and they will continue to come back and they won't go anywhere else. And they'll tell somebody else too about their experience. And that's what you want. Sometimes word of mouth is better than all this other stuff. All right, daily income potential. So anywhere from 500 to 1500 a day. 3 to 5 clients can create serious daily income for you as a beauty professional. That means a beauty skill is not just about being creative. It's not, it can't be, it can become a real business engine. It can function and work like, just you're making your money because you're building your business up. Flexible scheduling makes it possible to scale while staying independent. And more as I've come into the industry, like salon suites, which is what I'm in, wasn't a thing back when I was, first started in nails. Everybody, you graduated from school and you went to work in a salon. That was it. You graduated from school and you went to work in a salon and you aspired to become a salon owner. That was the thing. Now there's so many other business models that we can, actually go into as a beauty professional, whether you're a nail tech, a hair stylist, or a esthetician. There's so many things that you can leverage yourself in. And this is the reason why I want our young people to be exposed. Exposure to things that are going to help them later on in life is key. All right, from skill to scalability as far as income. So one, your services, start by earning earnings from nails, hair, or aesthetics. Personal brand, you building content, credibility, and loyalty with your clients. And then your product line, turn your expertise into classes like I'm doing, right? Kits or beauty products. So there's so many things, and I've been sharing these things throughout the presentation of which your young person can do. And I'm building and I'm sharing and I'm explaining because I want you to see how valuable this learning experience will be for them. Beauty brands and wealth, service income, cash flow right away. Appointments and repeat clients are great starting points. Okay, brand income, products, classes, kits, merch. I mean, merch isn't just for us singers, entertainers, and football players, and basketball players. Like, you can have your own merchandise line, as a beauty professional. So scale beyond our time, 100K to 500K potential. The potential, like I said in the beginning, is a $1 billion industry. Why this matters for your daughter? Now, this is important. Because when you're trying to figure out what your young person likes to do, you allow them to try different things. And so things that build confidence, they're learning to create, they're learning to communicate, they're learning how to carry themselves as a professional. Those are the things that we'll be pouring into them. Real life skills. They're gaining practical skills about the beauty industry and business knowledge so that they can actually use it, while they're in college, if they decide to go. Excuse me, you all have to grab this. While they're in college, while they're deciding, they may decide to want to do that. Or they may say, you know what, I just want to go to beauty school, or I just want to take the knowledge that I've learned and I want to just, I want to do something with it. And that's why it's important for them to learn early, right? Earning power, they can begin building their income and skills before adulthood. I've seen all over the internet 16-year-olds, because you can go and get your license at 16 if you go to school. Some of them have, some schools have it where they can do dual programs. They can go to cosmetology while they're in high school. I know we had that in my high school growing up. And so by the time you finish, I mean, you already have a career, a place, a thing that can go and make you some serious money. Independence, you can start seeing that her talent can become her own opportunity. And our children have to have their own opportunities in life. So that is, I wanted to really share with you the income potential that they can actually have in this business. So as I'm coming to a close, I say all of that to say that investing in your child, you can never go wrong. And I mean, I can't even begin to say how much money my mom spent on the investing in me in different programs. I went to, well, one of the beauty schools, I mean, not beauty schools, one of the modeling schools she did pay for. The other one, I got a scholarship through the Miss Black USA pageant and graduated. So I've graduated from two beauty schools. I mean, I keep saying beauty schools. I graduated from two modeling schools. And so those things really taught me a lot. It taught me how to be able to talk in front of the camera. It taught me how to be able to go on an audition if I wanted to audition for, a campaign for L'Oreal or somewhere like that. It gave me confidence. It taught me how to do my own makeup, because when you go places, sometimes you don't always have a makeup artist. It taught me how to, really what to do with my hair and things like that. And so these types of programs are so vital for young people in this industry. Okay, so the first 10 students to enroll will receive, drum roll, I don't have a drum, $50 off their tuition. Okay, but you're gonna have to email me at glamituprevolution@gmail.com. If you're watching this presentation, this is the only way that you're going to be able to get the $50 off on the tuition. Okay, a free Glam It Up Academy starter kit. So I'm only gifting that to one person. I'm going to do a raffle for those who actually register. And from that, I'm going to choose one person to get the kit for free. Okay. I love to give back, you all. That's so much a part of my heart and who I am. I love to give back. Okay. Exclusive branded merchandise, early access to bonuses and events in the future. And I just need you to not wait. I need you to really understand the importance of getting your daughter in a program for the summer. It's already May, going into May. We're already at the end of June. And I'm sorry, June. I keep saying June. I got my brain on so many things. We're already at the end of April. And we're going into May. So you have all of May pretty much. And, I'm thinking that, probably by mid-May, that each state will be full. So we have a program here in Atlanta. We have a program in Philly. And we have a program in Maryland. So 3 states are going to get this program. And each one of those that are part of the dream team are in different places. But I'm going to be traveling. Okay. I'm going to be traveling to these different places. So you can go to the website, glamituprevolution.com. Everything and anything that you need to know about the program is there. Finding out exact locations and things don't happen until you make your deposit. So the deposit is $150. Your deposit is $150. That includes your kit, which is $100, and $50 for your registration fee. All right. You have to complete the enrollment and secure your spot and get ready to slay at the end of the day. Like, we're ready. We're ready. So who is ready to take the first step into this awesome program? Because I truly believe that, you know, when your young woman comes home and they're showing you the things that they've learned, you would definitely say that program was worth it. I'm so grateful for Talene and the Dream Team, because they helped my daughter really hone some of her skills and gave her insight to be able to move forward and wanting to, you know, make money in this industry, because it's a billion-dollar industry, you all. Billion-dollar industry, and there is definitely plenty of heads and hands out here, and faces. Plenty of heads, hands, and faces out here. So, you know, it's not going to ever be a thing where, you know, they're running out of people to actually, you know, do, to actually grow and expand in their business. Okay, there'll never be enough product lines out here. You know, there's room for everybody. And that's the thing that I love. You just have to have the confidence in yourself, believe in yourself, and invest in yourself. For sure. I'm going to, let me see if I can share my screen. I'm going to go to the website because I want you all to see the information that's on the website in reference to the payment plan, because we do have a payment plan in place, and I wanted to make this as affordable as possible. I wanted to make this as affordable as possible, and a lot of other information is on the website as well. So give me 1 second, you all. I'm gonna share my screen. Trying to see, where is my window? Let's see. I think it's this one. I'm just gonna tear my entire screen. Oh no, that's too much. Trying to find the right window. Nope, that's not it. Give me 1 second, you all. Alright, here it is. So I want to go over the payment plans and things of that nature so that you all will know what is available to you as I pull up the website. Alright, I think, let's see. Okay, here we go. Alright, hopefully you all can see that. So this is the website, and when you go here, you don't have to scroll through a bunch of stuff to get to where I'm saying. You can follow the links up at the top and just click registration. And we're talking about this program, and I told you all of the things that you're getting, and there's no way in the world. This price is like so crazy, you guys. It's so crazy. We accept all major credit cards and debit cards. We accept Afterpay, Firm, and Klarna. So if you're familiar with those, you can use those as well if you have the amount on there that would allow you to do that. And like I said, our registration fee is $50. Our nail and hair kit is $100. And look at the tuition, $187.50 a week. Now I'm going to tell you guys, as I was, you know, after I put this program together, I actually started researching to see what was out here. And I was really, really surprised. I've seen some people, their program was $1,500. I've seen some people, their program was on the lower end, but they weren't offering nearly as much as we were. I've seen, you know, some where you have, you know, they're only doing it for a day or two, and they're charging $695 and things of that nature. And I can't tell someone what price point to put on their experience, their passion, right? But what I can say to you is that I always want to try to make things affordable. So 187.50 is the tuition if you're in Maryland or in Atlanta, because we're doing more days in those areas. In Philadelphia, it's only going to be on these days, which is every Monday for 4 weeks. So that's why the price is only $400 for that, and that's the total price, okay? The exclusive price total is $750 for Maryland and Atlanta. But as I said, you can break those down into payments and it'll be $187.50. Now the $150 is not included in the $750. That's something separate because the registration fee and the kit are separate from the actual cost of the program. Okay, you got to have the kit in order to do the program, so you can't sacrifice that. So when I tell you this is an amazing offer, you go and you research what is out there. Go and research what is out there, and you will find there is not another program out there like that, based off of the experience of the Dream Team and myself. Okay, so if you wanting to secure your spot tonight, it's $150 to secure your spot, and then after that you can get on the payment plan. Okay, and if yours is paid before class starts, that's amazing, wonderful. It does, your tuition does include lunch. However, your students are welcome to bring their own meals, and because I know some people may have food allergies. And so all of that will need to be indicated on the registration form, okay? And then you will receive a packet, a parent packet, and after the parent packet, you will also receive the information to join for our orientation, right? So that way we can take your parents through everything that's needed step by step prior to your students starting. So I am excited. I hope that you are, about this amazing opportunity for Glam It Up Revolution, bringing the Beauty Boss Academy to you. And I'm so grateful to the Dream Team for also being a part of this amazing program. There's my Dream Team. Absolutely love these women. They are so excited. So if you're interested in getting your young lady signed up, make sure you do not hesitate in doing so, because once those 15 slots are filled, I cannot go above that, I don't think. And if I can, I will definitely let you know. But it's a small class size for a reason, because I want to be able to touch each student and being able to help them hands on, right? And if I have a class of, 30, 40 kids, that can be a bit overwhelming for me and the entire Dream Team. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining me for this informational session for the Beauty Boss Academy. I am Talene Harris. I'm just elated to share this opportunity with you for your young woman, and I look forward to seeing them in class this summer. Thank you all so much. God bless.